Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to K-pop world. Sometimes, a story doesn't need to be shouted out loud. It only needs one captured second, one glance, one tiny screen, and the rest, let the heart speak. They say time heals all wounds. But what if time only leaves things hanging, unanswered, unfinished? Recently, the internet was shaken by a brief video clip. There was no confession, no comment, just Wang Yibo, sitting alone, silently watching a screen. But what made this moment different was what was on that screen. The drama being played wasn't just any show. It was the longest promise. And the lead actor, Xiao Zhan. At first glance, nothing seemed unusual. But when these two names appear in the same frame, even without words, it's enough to make thousands of hearts stir again. Not because of fandom, not even because of romance, but because of a wound that never truly closed. A relationship that was never clearly defined. And now, fact after fact is starting to surface. In silence, a truth begins to move from behind the scenes. It all began in a familiar setting, a waiting room on a filming site. Crew members walked by. Cameras were neatly arranged, and bright lights shone from the corners of the room. Amid that busyness, there was one quiet moment captured unintentionally. A crew member was recording footage for internal documentation. But unexpectedly, among the cuts, there was 1 second that made the fandom world freeze. Wang Yibo, sitting calmly, wearing his signature black jacket. He held his phone, slightly tilted, but clear enough for the camera to catch. That small screen was playing a familiar scene. Someone lying down with blood at the corner of their lips, a dramatic voiceover in the background. And then, that face appeared. Xiao Zhan. The clip lasted only 7 seconds. But maybe it was precisely that shortness that made it mysterious. No context, no explanation. And in a world where every celebrity's movement is scrutinized, one short clip can be the beginning of a long wave of speculation. At first, the clip circulated only within local fan communities in China. But it took less than 24 hours to reach the international fandom. Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, all started buzzing. Frame by frame was analyzed. Was that really Xiao Zhan's face on the screen? Or just someone who looked similar? Did Yibo purposely watch it? Or was it just random scrolling? But not everyone is seeking answers. Because some of us know that sometimes uncertainty leaves space for something deeper. Within a single night, the hashtag #YiboWatching Xiao Zhan drama started trending. Not because it was viral, but because it was felt. A feeling that once exploded when they stood side by side in a major project, when they laughed backstage, when they looked in the same direction despite different words. Now, that feeling returns. Not because they are together, but because one of them is still watching the other. Yizhan fans, the name for fans of the duo, didn't wait for any confirmation. They began digging. They matched the filming schedule of Yibo's variety show with the episode A date of the drama. And the result? Perfect. The episode shown on Yibo's phone had aired 2 days earlier. The scene being played was an emotional one. Xiao Zhan's character losing his lover. Not the intro, not the action sequence, but a scene that demanded full attention. Was that a coincidence? Or a choice? On the other side, some fans remained skeptical. They claimed this was camera trickery, editing, an illusion. But visual evidence is hard to deny. The screen angle, the lighting, even the background audio perfectly matched the episode that aired on that date. And the fact that neither agency released any clarification only made it feel real. In silence, Yibo seemed to say more than 1,000 words. He didn't need to confess. He didn't need to explain. Just that 1 second, just that one drama, and all the old wounds began to open again. For many fans, this wasn't just about watching a show. It was a confirmation that feelings don't just disappear. That even if the world forces them to drift apart, there's still a personal space that remembers. Some fans recalled an old interview where Yibo once said he always remembers the important people in his life, even if they're no longer around. A sentence that sounded ordinary back then, now feels like a delayed confession. Was this his way of expressing longing? Was this a quiet way of saying he's still watching from a distance? Xiao Zhan himself hasn't responded. But as always, he chooses silence. And maybe that's where the deepest part of this story lies. When two people look at each other, understand, but cannot speak. Now, rumors are starting to surface behind the scenes. Some sources claim that a certain production company is quietly preparing a project that will reunite these two big actors. Not as a couple, not as co-stars, but as an emotional test to see if time can heal or deepen the wounds. These rumors are still vague, but enough to stir speculation. Was watching that drama part of preparation, or just a private habit caught at the wrong time? One anonymous source even suggested that several drama investors are re-evaluating public reaction before deciding on the casting. And this short video, which spread without a plan, gave a clear answer. The public is not ready to forget Yizhan. And in the end, we're back where we started. Sitting in front of a screen, waiting, guessing, searching for answers in seconds of silence. Because in a world that moves too fast, too loud, their story comes like a whisper. Silent, but felt. Not shouted, but moving. Nothing certain, but everything feels real. The question now is no longer, did he watch? But why? What made Wang Yibo choose that drama? What made him stop and watch? And if there's still a space in his heart for Xiao Zhan, why must it remain hidden? Do you think this was just a coincidence? Or a quiet signal of something deeper? Is this just nostalgia? Or a form of silent care that's been hidden all along? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'll keep watching, not just for confirmations, but for every second, every small gesture that might appear again. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, because K-pop World will continue to uncover the hidden stories that can only be felt, not explained. See you in the next video. And remember, in the world of entertainment, the most touching stories are the ones never truly spoken.